Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. 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 Hey, Adriana, how are you? How is it going? What's up? Okay, so is the connection better, y'all? I hate coming on here talking about how is the connection? Is the connection great? Is it bad? I just wish I'm doing great. I just got in late night stuff, business. So I just really got in. I assume some people can't get in. Some people can't get on. Periscope has changed. Periscope has changed. Now they have. Does everybody have their hearts? Does everybody have the what is it called? The super hearts. So now that they have the super hearts, that just helps you get. It's always a delay. Look, we gotta work through that. It's always something with my phone or my reception is really horrible, and I think it's messing up my scopes. But here's the thing, I'm going to be doing YouTube Live, you guys. So YouTube Live is going to be something that I'm going to be doing. I did one last week. I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of dig YouTube Live. It's so much better than Periscope. The only thing with Periscope is you could still share, with people, and you can invite people over. I do like the fact that you could do that. But unfortunately, I'll still be doing my scopes on here. But I'm not going to be doing them that much. I'm going to be doing my live on YouTube. Because it stands out better on YouTube, and I'm able to reach into the algorithm. I can reach into that, and I can spread myself a little wider. When you do lives, do you know that it pushes you out into, more of a broader audience, so they're able to grab onto your live posts on YouTube? Yeah, so if you do more lives on YouTube, you're able to reach more people. And YouTube actually just opened up their live to people that have I think you have to have more than 100 followers on YouTube in order for you to use your live, because YouTube is changing as well. Well, it's already changed, but everything is changing. Social media, all of it's changing. All of it. But my conversation right now is what I wanted to talk about. If you guys, hold on, let me tell you who I am. I am Keita J. I'm an entertainer. I'm a custom designer. I'm a voiceover artist, and I am me. And I want you to be you. Okay. Now, today I was listening to something on radio, and they were talking about, hey Bobs, what's up? I was listening to something on the radio today, and they brought up something about somebody being the next LeBron James. I remember when what's his name, Jordan, was playing basketball, and everybody was trying to compare, Kobe to Jordan, and to me, it's a problem, because it almost seems like these people can't be themselves, because we're always comparing people to other people. And I think in reality, we do that a lot. You heard that? In reality, we do that often. It's a lot of people. You compare everybody. Like, if I'm not doing something the way that you did it, or how you felt like you got success, and not realizing that things may change, it doesn't mean that I have to be like you in order to make things happen. LeBron, I don't like the fact that somebody was saying that one of the guys that, because I think the draft what's the draft today? I know they signed somebody, and the guy is, from what they said this guy is going to probably be the next LeBron. So they said this guy is probably going to be the next LeBron James. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the ball players like to be, anybody in life really truly likes to be compared to other people. I don't think anybody really does. But we compare people for whatever. This connection is horrible. We compare people anyway because we like to know people. We like, hey E, how are you? We like to know someone resembles somebody that we knew. It's kind of a bad connection. People were trying to come in, but they having a hard time coming in. So the connection is horrible. I don't know why. I don't know why it is, E, but it is. Okay. So you guys gonna probably have to watch the replay. If you can't watch now, you probably have to watch the replay. But anyway, are you home safely, E, or are you still out? You still driving? Oh, Adriana, you still there too? See, your picture disappeared, so I don't know who's on here. But anyway, as I was saying, I wouldn't want to be compared to anybody. The simple fact of the things that I do, voiceover artists, entertain, I entertain people. A lot of us entertain people. But, when folks try to compare you to somebody else, it's like, damn, I can't be me. I thought when I was born, I came in this world by myself. I didn't come in this world as somebody other than me. So, even if you're a twin, quadruplet, hey, Crush, how are you? If you're quadruplet, a tublet or anything, whatever you are, you're still you. You came out of the womb as yourself. You didn't come out the womb to be compared to somebody else. When I say remember me, I want to be known, okay? Known for doing great things. Known for doing, helping out the community. Known for helping people if I can in life. And honestly, helping people as far as me influencing, them to do great things. Because I think a lot of us are held back. We're captivated by what other people are doing. And we're not putting much emphasis into what we should be doing. We're captivated by, Susie or John or, JoJo or whoever. We captivated by them, but we're not putting much effort into us. And we're living through other people. I wish, I don't want anybody to be compared, but unfortunately, people do it all the time. It's a sad case. I don't think any of us should be compared to somebody that was great, but I mean, some people might be like, wow, you comparing me to that person? That's wonderful that you're comparing. Hey, Jude, how are you? That you're comparing me to somebody, that's awesome. But when you get too deep into comparing, his dribbles just like his. Oh, he's getting points just like this person. But I'm me though. Why you comparing me to them? Why you gotta compare me to somebody? Why can't I just be dribbling like myself? I might have, like Allen Iverson had a crossover. I hear sports casters say that all the time. If somebody dribbled the ball similar to someone, well, he kind of like Iverson. I was looking at what's her name? She was on the Breakfast Club. Tiffany Haddish, right? Tiffany Haddish. Because here's the thing. not saying that I don't like her. I'm not saying that, but I'm getting ready to tell you guys one thing. I'm getting ready to tell you guys something. So Tiffany Haddish was just recently on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about her life, right? Now, it's funny that I watched the Breakfast Club, and now everything that you see on YouTube is, Tiffany Haddish. Everything like her old comedy, whatever she did in comedy, everything is starting to come up, right? So she was doing this stand-up routine. Now, when she first came out onto the stage, she had her big purse. She had her purse on her shoulder. Now, when she first came out, because I'm big into comedy, I've been watching comedy for years. Okay, I fell in love with comedy because I've always felt myself to be a humorous person, and I love comedy. I love entertainment. Well, here's the thing. She came out with a big shoulder bag on. When I first saw her, I said, that looks like Cheryl Underwood. Because Cheryl Underwood used to come out with her. Well, actually, she still does. But she's not doing, I don't think she's doing stand-up like she used to. But Cheryl Underwood would always come out with her purse on her shoulder. And she said when she came out, I know y'all probably wondering why I have this purse. Well, I got it because white people steal or something like that, she said, right, as a joke. Well, Cheryl Underwood said the same thing before. Now, she's caught on video saying this. Unfortunately, the image that I see with the purse reminds me of Cheryl Underwood, and I mean, I've never seen Tiffany Haddish live, but it's funny, I'm looking in the comments, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, she's funny. People are so on the bandwagon. People get on the bandwagon so much, it's ridiculous. All they gotta see is you on a show, or you on some television show, something, that's advertised, where there's a backing behind it. And folks, yeah, I know my connection sucks. I don't know why. Let me sit up. Let me try to sit up. So all people have to see is a backing, right? No matter if they like what you're doing or what, right? They may not even care for what you're doing. But as long as you have a backing, guess what? People are all over you. They are on the bandwagon, okay? They love anything that you're doing. Not saying everybody does, but a lot of people do, because people are so much on the bandwagon. It's ridiculous. And they start the comparison, like, oh, she's like this person, or she's like that, and it's sad that we have to compare people, but sometimes people give you that image to compare them to. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen somebody dress like someone so much to the point? Okay, say like somebody say, I look like somebody. If somebody say, you look like so-and-so. Have you ever seen the person go to the extreme? You ready to call in? Hold on. Have you ever seen anyone go to the extreme to look like that person? Like, it's almost a split image of them. Anytime you say you look like somebody, you look like so-and-so, then you go to the extreme to try to look like that person. People go to the extreme to look like people. The Tupac movie. How humble? I didn't see it. I didn't see the movie. I didn't see it, but I heard that it wasn't all that great. But I wasn't planning on going to see it anyway, because they already had a Tupac movie on TV. So what more do we need to see? And I know. Look. I don't know why it's bad. No, it's my connection is horrible. Trust me when I tell you. It is bad, okay? I don't know why, but it is. Um, but like I was saying, it's it's to the extreme where sometimes you act like somebody and all of a sudden you just start to look like that person, and then your image starts to change like that person. It's like you're trying to fit the image of this person. When you hang around somebody enough, guess what? You end up some of them end up rubbing off on you. You might start to talk like them. You might start to act like them. And I don't know if you can help. Yes, yes, yes.
What's up, Kita? It's Judsco.
Hey.
Hey, I'm having a terrible connection. I really want to hear your show. It's like, man, it's
Oh.
killing me. It's killing me. I'm dying.
I know the connection is horrible. I don't know what it is. I could be upstairs, it's still the same way. Downstairs, it's still the same way. But the connection is really, really bad. But
So it's
that's
not
fine.
just me. It's
So
not just.
what I'm did you hear anything that I was talking about?
No, it was breaking up a bunch of times.
Okay, okay, okay. So what I'm talking about is how we compare folks to other people.
Yeah.
I was listening to the radio today, and I guess was it a draft today? NBA draft.
Oh, I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
Okay, so whatever it was, I don't know if they just signed somebody before the draft. I'm not sure what happened, but I heard one of the hosts say, "Well, whoever they signed, they compared him to LeBron James."
Yeah.
you know and when Kobe was in, they would talk about Kobe a lot and say, Kobe, they compared him to Michael Jordan. And hey, Creative
Right.
T, how are you? The connection might be bad, I'm not sure, Creative T, but I'm still gonna go with the show. So I just find that I don't like the fact that we compare somebody's uniqueness with someone else. There could be something that reminds you of that person, but to actually make it out to the fact that you actually are like them, unless you acting like them, because I think some people are out here portraying other people. They're actually literally dressing like them, getting their hair like them. You want to be them
Yeah.
in a sense. And I was talking about one of the female comedians out here, comedians. Um, I was watching her stand up on a show on YouTube, and I could see how she started to resemble somebody as soon as she came out. Another comedian. She was resembling Cheryl Underwood, and I'm like, that's her joke. I've seen her perform. I've seen her. And that's her joke, and that's her. That's the way she looks. She has a purse, on her side, but it's like, are you paying homage to her, or I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but I find that some people go to the extreme to act and look like other people, you know. And then there's people that we try to compare other folks to, which they have their own unique style, but because that person was before you, we have to compare you to them.
Yeah, I totally hear what you're saying, and I thought about this whole thing of comparison. We're always comparing ourselves, and what would we be if we didn't compare? We would be whatever it is that we are. And we're always comparing. And a wise man once said that comparison is a form of violence.
It's a form of violence.
A wise man said that, and that's not for us to believe, just something maybe to consider. Maybe it's incorrect, maybe it's correct. For me, I understand the point. When we compare, it's a form of violence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now,
But
why do you think he would say that? What do you think he meant when he said that?
Because we divide and we separate ourselves from other people, and we just can't be that whatever it is that we are. It's okay to be that we are. We can learn from others. We can see the great qualities in others and wish we had those qualities too, instead of trying to simply imitate, because we're imitators.
Right, right, right. I mean, everything that is being done has been done. Some sign of it has been done before. So
Yep.
nobody's really original, but you're adding to it, which makes it more unique. It makes it unique when you're adding something to it. But there's some people out here that will truly come and copycat exactly what you do. I mean, when I say exactly from the beginning to the end, they will copy it. Never, no
Yeah. Yeah.
uniqueness
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Especially
None.
with the music and the hip hop music. It's almost like they're copying the sounds and the lyrics, the rhythm.
Exactly.
They're just copying, but they're not creating.
You're
They're not
not
starting from
creating.
nothing.
You can't consider yourself a creator when you're taking something of what someone has. Is this yes, this is Jude. This is Jude. Anytime you're taking what someone has and trying to make it your own, you're a copycat. You're not unique at all. There's nothing unique about you. You know, um and it's funny because people actually get away with it. People get away with it all the time. But would you want to be compared to somebody that you were copying? I doubt it. Now, people do it all the time because you have songwriters that will take somebody's stuff, lyrics, or that's the little person, the little man, the underdog. You have people that will take the underdog and use their stuff to a higher quality. Word for word, sound, everything. I mean, they just,
Yep.
there's nothing unique about it. And then the time when when you have to go to court and fight a suit or whatever, you're stuck. You never knew that person could sue you. You didn't realize they had the money. Excuse me. And a lot of that happens. It's a lot. That statement is uncomfortable. Which statement? Which one? She said the statement is uncomfortable.
I don't see the scope, but I'm hearing you.
No, no, no. I'm Creative T said that statement is uncomfortable. I mean, how do you consider yourself a creator when you're taking stuff? I can see if you took something from this person and that person and made it work. But if you're taking the exact image, picture, you're taking that and you're rolling with it. How do you consider yourself a creator? Nobody's going to say I'm not a creator because they're going to make it look like it's
Yeah,
something that they came up with.
that's right.
But it always I mean, things come to the surface eventually. You'll start to see, people get sued all the time. All the time for this. But unfortunately, in certain areas, you can't sue somebody. Like there's a guy that comes on Scope. He's on my Instagram. He does. He took a liking to me. He came on a couple of times. He saw that I was into art and fashion and things like that. He had his own. He was starting doing his own clothing line, and some guy on the internet was using almost the same image that he had for his business. It was like almost the same name, and it was
Yeah.
almost the same image that he was using for his company. So I'm like, he started posting his stuff online like, wow, this dude really copying my stuff. Other information enhance your knowing. Well, you know what? When you say that, what do you mean? It enhances your knowing. Creative T. When you say that, you said others' information enhance your knowing. I mean, it's just a sad case. You know, the world that we live in, people will shun you for what you do and try to
Yeah.
compare you after the fact. They'll shun
Yeah.
you for your creativity, and then as soon as you start making something out of yourself, um, they're bigging you up. And I was listening to something today where what's her name? What's her name? Gosh, Nicki Minaj. Somebody had put up something that she posts on not Instagram but Twitter. Oh, there's a yeah, it is. I bet it is a delay. Nicki Minaj said, when you're coming up, a lot of times a lot of times people will try to, they won't give you the credit or help you through the process, but they want to take credit when you get to where you are, basically. And it's really sad that people want to take credit for knowing you. We've talked about this before. People knowing you and being that person, I guess they want to say they were by your side, but honestly they weren't. And just trying to claim certain things, that you've gotten, as if they were there. I don't know why we act like that, but you don't want to celebrate the person when they're trying to get to that moment. It's very, very sad.
And Kita, may I speak for one just moment? I'm just trying to totally get the point of what you're saying when you talk about comparison, because to me, I mean, man, the whole comparison thing, it's like I always tell people, don't compare yourself with another person. Just do the best, do you, do you. We can learn from each other. We can be inspired by others, but do you. I mean, do your thing. Be that you are.
Right.
It's okay to be inspired, but so often we repeat things like parrots. I don't know if there's too many new ideas these days, or there is a new form of creativity, but very few. It seems it's very few. It's seldom that we create or we start anew, or otherwise.
Oh yeah,
And
there's nothing new. Everything
there is
has been
nothing new.
to
That's
some
right.
degree, things have been done. You know.
I don't, but people take offense to that if you say that. You have to be careful. I mean, for me, if I say that, I get a lot of pushback. I get a lot of haters, and I'm
But
speaking
how?
from my heart.
There's
Well,
nothing. There's nothing. Everything to some degree has been done.
yeah, that's right. It seems obvious.
You're only adding on to it.
Right. That's right. That's right. And every once in a while, someone comes up with something new, it's so wonderful and unique, but it's like one in a million or one in a billion,
Hey,
and that's
bruiser.
great.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, what makes it unique? Because you put your energy to it.
And you came up with it, somehow out of nowhere. Usually that creativity comes from nowhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I need your backup. Hey, Keita, I know you're in the middle of the show. I got a jet in a couple minutes here, but listen, I need your backup. All right.
You need
I
my
need your back.
backup.
Yeah, I need your backup. I need your honest expression. There's one of these shows I go on with a bunch of brothers, and man, they're killing me. And they're killing me, and then I'm speaking honestly from the heart. But there's a divide. There is a divide, and there's a lot of comparison. Very similar to the subject you're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is a day where you can interject or you can speak your truth and your perception, I think it would be a great thing. But I love these guys, but man, they're like wasps on me. They're like wasps on me because they really do the black and white thing.
Oh yeah, well, that's that. Honestly, it's gonna be a while before that goes away. You said the delay is killing you. I wish I could help, but it. No matter what I do, I went out and I came back, creative tea, and it did not work for me. Okay, and that's why Jude ended up calling in because he said I kept
Right.
skipping. I was skipping, and it just. But anyway, back to the topic. It's not a lot about it. I just don't like the comparison. Unless I'm stealing something totally 100% that somebody has, don't compare me to them. Don't compare me to anybody unless I'm taking what that person had. Like somebody one day, people said, "Hey, my character reminded them of, I guess, the lady Glozell," and I went to go look her up because I didn't know who she was at first. And I'm like, no, I've been doing this character. Not to say that they were comparing it, but they said it kind of reminds. Why? Because I'm a woman of color and I had on a wig. You know what I'm saying? But her style is totally different from mine. I'm not wearing green lipstick because she wears green lipstick. Um, and she wears a wig, a different kind of style wig. My character isn't like that. My character's totally different. But, it just says, people will try to compare you to somebody, and it's like, why even do that if I'm not trying to be that person at all? I'm truly trying to
Truly
be
trying to be
myself.
myself.
And the
I'm with
same with
you.
whatever, it is that you do, you know, I'm sure you wouldn't want anybody to compare you, your sounds, your beats, or whatever, you're doing
Mhm.
to somebody else's stuff. When man, I worked hard for this. And that's not what you're going for. Because people kind of make you think about it. Well, gosh, do I need to change something about what I'm doing?
Right.
Because I don't want people to be looking at me, and I'm trying to be as authentic as I can for my craft, and it's coming out as if I'm kind of like somebody else. I never really cared for it. I never really cared for it when they used to talk about Kobe and Jordan, and and in sports they do that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe had to outdo Jordan. It's a competition. It's like, oh, and not to say that he didn't want to. He didn't want to make his numbers higher because that works for him. But it's almost like you're up against the wall because you're trying to, like, that's your goal. You have to now make this your
Yeah.
goal to
Yeah.
try to outdo somebody else.
And
And
if
go
Kia, if
ahead.
I can just be, when they do that Kobe and Jordan thing, and I was a basketball player. I played Division I basketball player for a couple years, and I couldn't hang. They were just a little bit too fast, a little too badass for me. But they always compared Kobe with Michael Jordan, and I always thought to myself, I mean, man, it's so interesting that they want to always compare. They always want to compare, and yeah, Kobe is like he's a bad mamma jamma. And if they played 1-on-1, maybe Kobe would get him. But the thing about Michael Jordan, he had a certain kind of maturity, and it was a different game, and he was a team player, and Kobe was just simply individual. And I didn't have a whole lot of respect for Kobe. I didn't compare them. I just know that Kobe's Kobe and Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan.
Right.
Michael Jordan had a certain maturity that Kobe doesn't have. May never have, and that's okay. But that's just the way it is. Kobe's Kobe and Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. And I love Jordan. I love the team game back in the day. It's hard to compare, and I do see that comparison as a form of violence. And I'm going to end with this because I got to get out of here. But a wise man would say, when we say, "Hey, I'm a Muslim," or "I'm a Christian," or "I'm a Jew," or whatever it is I am. Right, I'm a Hindu or whatever. That's a form of violence because we're separating man from man.
Okay. I mean,
It's just a thought to consider. That's all. Take it or leave it. Some people will say, you know what, that's bullshit. You're full of shit. You don't
I
know what
think
you're
because
talking
it
about.
erupts, it erupts because it kind of puts you in a box. It puts people in a box when you always have to define your color, your religion, it's like, okay, well, we're over here. You know, I'm over here. Like I can't stand everything that we do. It has to be labeled as black. You know,
Mm. Mm.
I don't like I don't think that helps us out at all. Everything is black this, black that. Black this, black, and it's like, do we have to identify ourselves as that? Everything has to be that in order for people to know that it belongs to people of color.
There is some truth, though, I think, behind a lot of that, but I get some pushback when I try and speak honestly with a bunch of brothers, and they always tell me, "Oh, Jude, you want to talk because you think you got the white privilege," or "I don't like it
I
when a white
know it
man tries
is.
to tell me," and I don't really understand, and I really am trying to understand, just as a human being trying to grow and to learn. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that. We don't all know everything. Nobody does. We have information that's stored, but we have to tap into that information. And unfortunately, I think a lot of times when we have these, have certain conversations, and I'm not saying the battling because I don't really like the battling because we're getting nowhere.
Uh,
When we battle
yeah,
back and forth, we're not getting anywhere. you
right.
know um Even trying to talk sometimes, no, certain people are not going to understand where you come from, and we just have to realize, where I come from, is different from other people. Where they come from is different from me. So, a lot of times it's what we relate to as people. Some people take the higher road because they relate to the higher road. Some people will walk past somebody that's starving and won't feed children if they
Mm-hmm.
needed something to eat, because that's where
Yeah.
they come from.
Yeah.
Truly, that's in their spirit. It's embedded in them. They some people just don't know any better, and we sit up here and say right from wrong. We should know right from wrong. What is right? And I start to tap into a lot of things that we say. As humans, you should know right from wrong. Your right might not be my right. Your wrong might not be my wrong. It's all about your environment, where you come from. A lot of that factors into how a lot of us are, how we are as people.
Perception, perception, and perception. I always have one thing, Kita, just to say this. I appreciate you. I love your conversations, and it's wonderful to know that there are people out there that really um, have open conversations and bring up subjects and are freely open. Doesn't matter the color, who we are, where we're from. I love it. Um, I think I forgot what I was going to say, but I got to get out of here. But Kita, I
Okay.
I appreciate you, and
I
I
appreciate
need
you
to
as
tune
well.
in. I need to tune in. I need to tune in more, and I really,
Well,
really, really.
I'm thinking about going over to YouTube Live because I was on there today and I really like their machine. on that end, and you can see the comments and everything. I mean, you can't share it, but hey, it
They'll
doesn't
do
act
that.
up like Periscope.
I expect that they will. They all copy each other and they figure out what's best and what the people like, and we'll find out who's on top.
Well, I can
When
tell
it's
you
all
right
said and
now,
done.
Instagram is on top because that's the biggest platform right now. But all of that can change. One day they're up, next day somebody comes out with something else or add a feature and they're down.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
another thing. It's all about coding, and that's a lot of the new coding is coming out. So people are able to learn what's new and how they can do certain things and add that to their platform.
Oh, interesting. Keita, you ever thought about doing a radio show on a daily basis?
I don't know if I'm thinking that would probably take too much energy, but
Okay.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind.
Because I think there's like blog talk radio. I mean, a lot of people are doing it these days, but I find a lot of it is just like, just people jibber jabbering. There's not a whole lot of substance to it. But someone like yourself, I think you have a lot of substance and you're sincere, and you're somebody that I could be like, man, I could listen to her every day and
Oh,
contribute or whatever. I
well,
really love
thank
it.
you. Well,
You
thank
never
you.
know. You never know what things can bring. But um, I had a bad connection on Periscope, so that's why I wanted to call in and listen to you. And I gotta go, but I just want to say thank you for what you do. I'm gonna try and tune in more. And peace to you and all your listeners, man. You do great, Cheetah. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you as well.
All
Thanks for
right,
calling in.
you got it,
All
man. You
right,
have a good one.
have a great one.
You too. Peace.
So again, I know my connection sucks, but I can't control it. Like I said, I'm in a bad area in here and I don't know what's really going on. But let's stop comparing ourselves, stop copying images, of other people, and be unique. Come up with some great ideas and pull from the original piece and add your own to it. Don't go and take what somebody has and try to make that your own because you feel like that's the underdog and that person hasn't accomplished anything or doesn't have enough followers. So you take from that person instead of adding them to what it is that you have going on. And people do this a lot. They don't want the underdog to win. They want to be greedy. You know, being greedy, taking things that don't belong to you. Remember when your parents would say that when you was younger? Don't take, don't touch. Buy it. So if you can buy an idea, if somebody has a great idea and you want to buy it from them, people do it all the time. They buy stuff from people. So instead of taking from somebody, why don't you go spend some money and buy it? That way you can say, yeah, this is a great idea. Because people I'm one person that come up with some grand ideas. I may not, it may take me a while to get it out there and do what I have to do, because a lot of times people are not believing in what you're doing, and it takes longer for some people's ideas to actually come to full surface. It just does. I don't know why that is. It's just how people are. The selfishness and things like that now. But I must say that I wish that we could be us. And when I say I want you to be you, when I say I am Keita J, I'm an entertainer, I'm a custom designer, I'm a voiceover artist. When I say that and I say I am me and I want you to be you, that is exactly what I mean. I want you to be you, not anyone else. Don't copy what people doing. I mean, goddamn, for this, you copy them to the extreme, like exactly what they're doing. And then when somebody compare you to, I heard that before, I saw that before, somewhere, and it starts to resonate, and then you try to figure out where is it that things come to me. I know I've seen this before. I know. And then in my dream, here it comes. In my dream, I figure it out, because I'm, that's when I'm able to tap into a lot of things when I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, I can kind of tell where my future is headed, when I'm sleeping. I get some bright ideas when I'm sleeping. A lot of things happen with me when I'm sleeping. A lot of things happen to all of us when we're sleeping. We don't even know. We might be in different portals and have no clue exactly where we are in our sleep. But that's another scope. We'll talk about that on another day. I'm always coming with the real. People can't stand people that tell the truth. Well, let me say it like this. Not the truth, but that speaks, from the heart. I don't think a lot of people can handle that. From my understanding, I hear a lot of people, they love lies. They love when people tell them something that is not true. Hey, how are you? They love for people to tell them stuff that doesn't fit them. Just like a woman standing in the mirror. Hold on, let me show y'all. Like a woman standing in the mirror. Hold on, let's see. Look, just like this. Just like this. Standing in the mirror, right? A woman standing in the mirror. And she like, honey, how do I look? How do I look, honey? How do I look? And the man is like, I don't know if I want to say. I don't know if I really want to tell you, because you might get upset. But the moment he tells you exactly how he see you, and it's honest, his honest opinion of how you. Oh, babe, don't wear that. What? I'm wearing this. I'm sure we all have done that. But it's like, what did you expect? Sometimes you got to recap. What did you expect him to say? You asked the question, and now you're not ready to hear the answer, but you want him to lie. So this is when I say people love lies. They love to hear the lie. They don't like to hear the honest, opinion or whatever. It's like, are we ready for that? Are we ready for the opinion? And then it's how people say it too. So yes, I will factor that in. Because some people are out to get you with everything that you do. Anything that you do that they don't like, they're out to get you for it. Oh, you got an F for that. Just like school, your grade, you got an F. Damn, I messed up that bad? God damn, I didn't know I messed up that bad. You start freaking out. But, hey, all of this ties into each other. Comparing, okay? When we compare people to other people, and, they're trying to show their own uniqueness, unique ways, and we compare them, guess what you're doing? You're creating a monster within them, and you're taking away you're trying to take away the power that they have within themselves, because something told them, you're different from everybody else, but somebody has to try to find something to make you fit somebody else when you wasn't even trying to fit that person. You was trying to do something totally different. The opposite. You know how they tell you go watch stuff that people aren't watching? Sometimes you have to go watch stuff that everybody's not into. Sometimes you have to go places where everybody's not at, in order for you to come up with something, to do something that everybody's not doing. Like everybody's flying over every platform, everybody flies over there. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with it, because it's the power of, of whatever it is that's that's pulling you there. After you fly over there, then it's oversaturated. Okay? Everybody's there. So your stuff can get lost. Even though it's great stuff, it can get lost. Only because you don't have anybody supporting you. Okay? And that's how this world operates. And we'll compare this person to that person, but you see something unique about that person and you don't want to be, I just hit the like button. I just hit it. That's all I'm going to do. I see you. But it's all good because they going to get their moment to shine. You know. Stop copying folks. You know, or like I said, all of this ties in. Be unique about your stuff. Create something different, you know, from what everybody's doing. And love thyself. Love thyself. You got to love thyself before you can love anybody else. And Chuck Brown said that. You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. Show your ride. But anyway, on that note, y'all, I'm out. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Everything is in the profile because I'm going to be doing some lives over there, and I would love for some of you guys to come and chat with me on YouTube. I appreciate it. My Instagram is Exist a Letter in Nature. If you can make it over there, if you have an Instagram page. I know some people don't have it, but a lot of people do. So Snapchat is Exist a Letter in Nature. And check me out, and I'll check you out. It's not just about me, but it's about you guys too. So I'll talk to you later, and have a grand goddamn night. Yes, I love being loud, because then I ruffle feathers like that. I do. But take care.